All right, well, let's pull out in front of this SUV. Nah, we're not going to make him wait. We're going to turn right here. We're going to get right out of his way, but we wanted to get out of that. There's a bunch of traffic there. Well, hello, friends. Welcome to another Worship on Wheels, and I'm going to tell you, I'm leaving the gas station, and I was just absolutely blown away. A young lady came up to me, just as sweet and lovely as she could possibly be, and started talking with me. And we talked about kids, we talked about swimming, we talked about parenting, all of those things, right? And it was just a wonderful experience. She shared her heart with me about how she loves her children and how life can beat us up. And it can, it really can. And the Bible verse that I'm sharing today is something about that, right? That it's amazing. That's how God works. You know, when He puts you in a place and you're actually putting together a little worship on wheels, and someone comes up to you and you have an opportunity to exercise that. So without further ado, let's listen to the verse of the week. Romans 12:15, it says, "Rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep." All right, so there you have it. Laugh with those who laugh and weep with those who weep. You know, there are articles written right now on toxic positivity. Now, I'm not going to say that I agree with that. I don't think you can be too positive. But if you're willing to be positive and laugh at others who are suffering, which, by the way, isn't what they're referring to, then I would say that the article is a bunch of garbage. Being positive to people who are suffering is not a bad thing, and trying to help those people through a hard time is not a bad thing. Also, though, they need to know that what we're doing as fellow human beings, that we really, really care about them. If someone comes up to you and they share their heart and they're tearing up because of the things that they're going through in their life, that is a tremendous opportunity. You know, to be able to reach out to people and love them and smile with them and shake their hand or give them a hug and encourage them along their way. Man, what a blessing that is. I hope that, especially at this time of year, you know, Thanksgiving's just behind us and we got Christmas coming up, and you know, there are a lot of people. You know, I think it was the movie Gremlins years ago. There was a line in there, and it was like, get ready for the noise. It was like, whack! You know, it just hit me upside the head when I heard it. And the phrase was this, and if I can find it, I'll share it right here. But if not, I'm just going to tell you what I remember it saying to the best of my knowledge. It said, while some people are opening gifts, others are opening their wrists.
Everybody else is opening up their presents. They're opening up their wrists.
Now that's horribly dark, I know, but it was a dark movie. The reality is there is a hurt world out there, people. There's a hurt world. And we need to be there. We need to be there not because, you know, I'm Superman and I can do everything right. I'm the legendary Coach Bob. No, because I am the weak, beat up Coach Bob, just like you are. And when we are hurting and when we're suffering, we need others to come along beside us and suffer with us and encourage us. Now then there's the other side of it. This is the easy side. Rejoice with those who are rejoicing. Laugh with those who are laughing. You know, that's a hard one too. It can be, because what if you're having a tough time? You know, when you see someone in your life that you love and you see them laughing and you've had a hard day and you really just want to go, right? Do you ever want to do that? Do you ever want to puke your day on somebody and just say, here it is, man, deal with it, because I am? But you know, it really isn't something of great magnitude, right? It's just a bad day. You shouldn't bring people down that are happy. Certainly if you know someone who's been struggling and all of a sudden they're happy, right? And you go, well, you know, I know you're happy, but I can bring you down. Trust me, I've got the power to do it. And then that's what we do. We drag all of our junk out, stuff that really isn't even that big of a deal, but we can take someone's happiness and we can just take it under our feet and just crush it under our shoes. And that's wrong. We shouldn't do that. Now, I'm not saying that when you're suffering that someone shouldn't come up beside you and suffer, but that also doesn't give us the freedom to just kill everybody's joy because we're struggling and we expect something. You know, if you surround yourself with the right people, and I'm just going to lay that one right out there, these things will be commonplace for you in your life. The people that love you will rejoice with you, and they'll weep with you. They'll hold your hand and cry when you're suffering because they want to be there. They want to ease that load, to be a part of the burden. They want to ease that burden. They want to accept some of your suffering, and that is a real friend. I think we should all want to be real friends, shouldn't we? Now, years ago, I had a friend of mine. In fact, we're still friends. He's not a real nice guy. I just want to make that clear. He's very self-centered, and he'll admit it. He'll admit, hey, I'm not nice, and I don't want to be nice. But for some reason, I'm just going to tell you, I love the guy. I love the guy. There's a certain beauty in his horrifying honesty. And I mean, his honesty can be absolutely mortifying. But we had a coworker whose daughter died. And this guy came to me and he goes, man, I just, I can't go to the funeral. I just can't do it. I'm like, what do you mean you can't do it? Because I just can't do it. I'm just not comfortable in those situations, and I'm just unwilling to go. I'm just not going to do it. And I looked at him and I said, I understand. He goes, you understand? I said, yeah, absolutely I do. It's all about you, man. It's all about you. I mean, why would you make yourself feel uncomfortable? I mean, there's a father whose daughter died and he's suffering, but you should never put yourself in an awkward position to love on him and to take care of him. I mean, I think you're doing the right thing, man. Just focus on you because you're the only thing that matters. It is all about you. Her funeral's about you. His suffering is about you. It's all about you, man. And he looked at me. He looked at me and he goes, man, that just isn't even cool, Bob. And I'm like, you're right. It's not. You're doing the wrong thing, man. It's not about you. And it's not about how comfortable or uncomfortable you feel. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to do the right thing. You need to weep with those who are weeping. And right now, he's your friend and he's suffering. And he needs you to cry with him. And if all you can do is sit there and hold his hand while he cries, brother, that's enough. That's plenty. And yes, there is a positive ending to this story. He did go to the funeral and he did support his friend through a very difficult time. And those guys, they were friends all the way through retirement. Yeah, it pays great dividends. Great dividends. We're not giving to get, but man, do we get. Wow, do we get. What an honor. All right. So do me a favor, my friends. Know this. Yes, you are loved, and so am I. And that is really great news. So you go out and change the world. And I'll see you on the road really, really soon.